Cloudbot, which is renamed to Moltbot, had been making big noise and everybody had been talking about it. For a lot of them, including partially to me, it feels like AGI. I had set it up in a $5 server and I had been experimenting with it, giving limited access. So it feels half AGI because I have connected it to Cloud Code, Cloud, which is a very powerful LLM reasoning model and coding agent. So it is able to perform actions in a way it feels like AGI. For example, I have been using it to track everything that I need. I had been using reminders, checklists, and Trello for various things to track. Now I asked I asked Cloudbot, Moltbot to track, and it does a great job. For example, whenever I make purchases, shopping, I just take a photo of the bill and add it to expenses. And if it is a shopping list, it goes and adds each item and adds the total. So, and then I say that if I go to this town nearby town A, give me, I need to buy these things. When I go to Coimbatore, I need to buy these things. And it's able to keep a track on its own, creating a structures required in a file. And whenever I am in that location, if I ask what I need to buy here, it clearly gives what I need to buy, and it also suggests should I keep a track of as you are picking up items. And once I pick up and bill it and come out, and it says that you had few other items to buy, and it should be available in this place like Palamudur Nilayam in Coimbatore, so you can buy that as well. So it starts giving recommendations like that. And I have asked it to actually, if I add interesting places to visit or places to hang out, places to travel, so pubs and restaurants, hangout places, cafes, I have said that when I give the name and the city, it should go search online, get the GPS location, Google Maps location, and more details, and store it. So whenever I am in a town like Coimbatore or a city like Bangalore, even Coimbatore is a city. So if I say I'm in Bangalore, Koramangala area, can you give me places to hang out from the list I have made? It'll go get it. So it is a great product. Instead of keeping our own notes and spreading the tasks, reminder, calendar items, places to visit, people to meet in particular locations, things to buy, expenses to track, everything in one place. And it needs to be told nothing more than do this, continue to do this. For example, when I give the places, go search for GPS location, Google Maps location, and details, add it and keep it. When I give a person's name and place, remember that. So whenever I go, if I ask if somebody is there to meet, it will say shopping list. It's able to process the image, add each items, and keep the expenses. So if I say, what was the expense on Sunday in Coimbatore, it is able to give me the total expenses. You can also limit it by within these hours, like in the afternoon, how much was my expense. So, and in order to buy things, if I go to a particular place, it is amazing. It's able to only give that items I need to buy there. So it actually pretty much feels like some assistant is sitting there always for me and answering, working with me in Telegram. I had it enabled in WhatsApp, and once I enabled in Telegram, something strange happened. After 1 or 2 days, when I sent a message to somebody or they sent me in WhatsApp, it sent bot details saying this is a code, you can ask administrator to enable. So once I saw that message was going out, I disabled WhatsApp by just telling the bot in Telegram to go disable the WhatsApp channel. There probably was a bug. I need to go look into it. So before I started doing all of this, I actually once I enabled Moltbot, I said to go secure itself. pre-LLM call, API call, post API call, I set up a hook. I asked it to go set up hooks, and pre-scan and post-scan, the queries going and output coming for security loopholes, and block them, don't do the operation if there are security loopholes. So these scans are done in separate API calls. So there are too many API calls being made, but that's fine, because for security is more important to me than the API call cost, but it is not much at the moment because I'm not making it completely autonomous, making it do work 24/7. So that's not something I had to worry about it. But those who are running the LLM models using Llama CPP or LM, LM Studio or any other ways to run the models locally, they don't have to worry about the token cost. It's better to secure it. So I've been thinking about another additional way to secure for tool calls. Tool calls also I have limited it. It will scan the tool calls. If it is destructive, it won't run those tool calls. So that's something I have done. So RM star RF cannot be given now. Even I cannot give it. It disable it. So things like that. By basic security, I have asked it to secure itself. It has. I'm yet to go review the code, review it. But then I have come up with a new mechanism to secure the tool calls. So that's something I will write about and post later. So this is not followed by anyone. So that seems to be a pretty new invention idea I have come up with to secure the tool calls. That aside, Moltbot is amazing. People are not just hyping, it is actually doing real work. That's important. Now it had a little problem setting out of the browser to do the headless browsing. Whenever I asked things like find the location and store it for a place to hang out, then it had a little difficulty installing various different browsers, but finally it succeeded with Brave. So that was because I'm using ARM64 machine than the x64 regularly everybody uses. And I have secured the machine that I'm using by using the firewalls and disabling all ports except SSH and disabling the root login, and also only SSH public private keys NP is allowed, but I'm going to disable that also now and use Tailscale agent based SSH rather than direct SSH port being open. So yeah, all in all, it is an amazing product. I have connected it to GitHub, and I can ask daily summaries and it gives the daily summaries. I have automated it to give to process daily summaries and give it. I connected it to Trello, but there is some issue, but I think it gave me what's pending in Trello also. So basically every day you can say what are the things has to be completed by the team members, and every day it would be able to go scan the GitHub Trello and find out what's pending and give you a summary. It's amazing. And also it's able to process the audio, so I don't have to type to it. I can upload the audio. It's able to process and handle that. Now it had difficulty processing audio because my machine configuration was low. Those who are using Mac Studio for this, obviously they will have great experience because they can completely utilize the Moltbot's power by using a system like Mac Studio with great GPU and especially the VRAM. The entire RAM is available. I think 80% of it for the GPU or 70%. I don't remember how much was it. So the use cases where they use the Mac Studio or MacBook Pro Mini, Mac Mini, that they will be able to benefit a lot by running the local models and reducing the cost of API calls for LLM. Yeah, so if you are not experimenting with Moltbot and things like that, as it's coming in AI age, it's not anymore architecting coding, right? AI is able to do. It's all about you experimenting faster, seeing how you can use it and adapt. Of course, in enterprises, it will be slow. The skills they will be looking for is actually not what is needed to advance the AI industry. But enterprises, I see that they are not really looking for innovators. They are looking for early majority, the people who are following the innovators. So the innovators who are experimenting like this has to figure out ways to make money by releasing products faster, because enterprises don't understand the value of them. Maybe startups do, but that's the way it is, because the process to recruit people is totally screwed up. HR doesn't have any clue about what's happening, and they are the first level of filter, and great people don't get recruited in many companies. Forget enterprises, even normal companies looking for people like this. Anyway, that's been my experience, and Moltbot is great. You should try it out. I have some more ideas to secure Moltbot, which I will share in later. Basically, the Moltbot source code itself can adapt to the higher security standards, to pre-scan, post-scan, LLMs, tool usage, all of that, and that will introduce the basic security needed, and then using sandboxes to run tools and protecting the data. All the secrets are being stored in files. They can use basic secret store, allowing the users to configure. All these things actually can secure the Moltbot very easily. But now I completely understand that Moltbot was something, new thing somebody did, and they couldn't focus on security. Now that the bot is ready running, everybody is adapting. Now security layer can be added in every module of Moltbot. Security can be added by default, and it shouldn't be something not done. So since I don't have time, I would like to myself go into Moltbot source code and do what is required to secure it for layer by layer, module by module. But that's what I would expect to do in a while, if that's not done when I am free. Right now I'm very busy with an AI project that I'm working on. So let's see how it goes, but try out the Moltbot and share your experience with me, guys. I started it as a small post, but it became really long.